Hi everyone. Today we will cover a very useful interview question topic. When you go into the Spark Web UI and you see a stage marked as skipped, what does that mean? Let's unpack it and understand why it happens and in fact why it can be a good thing. First, what is stage in Spark? A stage is a unit of work created by the DAG scheduler in Spark, a chunk of tasks that can run in parallel, typically bounded by self boundaries. Now, when you look at the web UI, you will see different status of stages: active, pending, completed, failed, and sometimes skipped. Let's see where is skipped shown. Where is skip shown? In the job tab, the stage list shows status: active, pending, completed, failed, skipped. In the stage tab, similar group view showing stage count by status, skip included. In the DAG visualization, stage may appear grayed out like a label skipped. What does the stage skipped means? Essentially, it means that a particular stage did not run in task because Spark determines the work was already done or its result were already available and therefore could not be reused rather than recomputed. One common scenario: you cache or persist the data, RDD or data frame earlier, and the stage will compute part of its lineage up to the cache point. Subsequently, action reused that cache data instead of rerunning everything. Thus, Spark makes the earlier stage as skip. Another scenario: shuffle output from the previous stage are still available on disk or in memory and can be reused, so you don't need to re execute the shuffle map stage. Why is skipping good? It saves computation time and resource usage. Avoid recomputing work already done. Leads to faster job execution. Shows effective reuse of intermediate result, indicating cache or reuse strategy is working. When asked in an interview about stage skipped in Spark UI, it means Spark does not execute that stage because the necessary data is already available, either from a previous execution, cache, or shuffle output. Spark skips execution to avoid redundant work. You can add, it doesn't indicate an error, it indicates optimization. Common question and misconception. Does skip means the stage failed or was ignored? No. It means it was intentional, not executed because it wasn't needed. Should I worry if I see skipped stages? Not necessary. If you expect cache reuse, that's fine. If you aren't expecting it, check persistent logic. Could skip cause incorrect result? Only if cached stored result are stale or invalid. In normal use, it's safe. A quick checklist when you will see it. Check the storage tab. Is the RDD or data frame cached? Check whether early job or stage produce shuffle output that can be reused. Confirm the logic. You expected reuse and therefore skipped is good, or you don't expect skip and need to review code. Ensure that cache persistence was used appropriately and you are not inadvertently reusing the stale result. So, in summary, stage skipped in Spark UI equal to Spark reused in action. It's not an error, it's an optimization. In an interview, you can say it means that Spark did not execute the stage because the result was already available via caching or existing shuffle output. Thus, avoid redundant computation. That's all for this lecture.